For today's light entertainment, I went ahead and installed my speakers in the 124, as well as the rear parcel shelf. These are the adapters that came with these ESX brand speakers, I believe they are. They're nowhere near as good as the originals that came with the car. There's significant air leakage around the back of them, but you can't really expect much bass from speakers of this size anyway, so it's probably not such a big deal. So these are the speakers that I have purchased for this job. I've been asked no less than 20,000 times about these adapters. My advice to you is don't even bother. You would be better off simply cutting the leads off the original speakers and attaching those, because these adapters, as you can see, they are garbage. The spade connectors don't even fit on properly. So this is the leads that I have salvaged from the original speakers and soldered on properly to these replacement speakers. So I'm now just installing one of the rears, plugging that in, and then it's a case of dropping it in and getting the clips to snap into place. The way those clips are at the moment is not suitable for the front position. It works okay in the rear, but you'll see shortly that it's just no good for the front. You do have to modify those clips. I don't know if it's just my batch that was formed incorrectly or if that's how it always has to be. So I just slotted it in at the rear fixed tab first, and then got the spring-loaded ones to click in. This is somewhat difficult to do one-handed while trying to make sure that I'm recording it, hence why I didn't get it in straight away. That's what she said. And finally, I get it to go in. Not 100% happy with the way they fit, but it'll do the job. And no doubt they will sound better than the sun-baked original Becker speakers that were in the car. I'm not sure that it made any difference whatsoever, but I also added some foam around the base of these adapters just to seal it off somewhat. I'm not expecting earth-shattering bass in this situation. If that's what you're expecting, you will be disappointed. I then went ahead and installed that parcel shelf, and of course the new surrounds for the headrests. There's 4 of these in total, and that's the part number for the black ones. So I'm quite pleased with how that looks. Just bear in mind, those speaker grills do have foam on the backside, which basically crumbles and turns to dust. I did vacuum and remove all remaining foam with a paintbrush. So these are the front speakers going in now. Again, I didn't bother with the pigtails, I just soldered the original cables back on. And there you can see the crap fit you can expect with the factory configuration of those spring-loaded clips. So what I did is bend them upwards more so that the edge would actually contact the dash and lock it in. So that's how I've modified the clips, and that provides a very positive grip now. Absolutely rock solid. That's what you want. I'm not installing the little covers for those speaker grills because I haven't found satisfactory A-pillar trims yet. They're going to have to come off anyway, and they're a high-risk item, so they are likely to break if you play with them too much. It was then time to correct the butchered radio harness. Although I'm not actually that unhappy with this job, they did actually solder the connections. It's just I don't like the use of insulation tape. All connections I make use heat shrink, and then I bundle the cables together with my cloth tape, so it looks much nicer. So this is a demo of the set. For those of you unaware, there is a scam going on with cables out of the country that is currently responsible for the world's issues, to say the least. I won't mention any names. This is what Australian-made copper cable looks like. And this is what the garbage that came with the ISO adapters that I purchased within Australia, that no doubt came from that particular unmentionable country, look like. If you look at the end of that cross section, it's actually copper plated aluminium. You can't even solder this shit. It basically boils the copper off after 10 seconds and turns into a mess, and it cannot be soldered. Just be warned, this crap is out there.